All right, so the question is, can you hear us? That's the question.
We don't know. There might be chocolate on that bowl. And maybe on your spoon, too.
Can you hear us? I'm waiting.
Can you guys hear us?
Because if not, I got to do more work.
Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear us, okay. The reason I don't know is because for some reason, and it's probably an update that some coder thought would be a good idea. My streaming software doesn't show me that it's outputting audio anymore, except for a little thing that's always covered up by another window on the screen. Why is this bowl so messy?
Look, I made it in the bowl, so I didn't have to make it.
I have it all over my fingers, and I just...
It is not on the bottom. It is on the side. And on the spoon. Because you mix it in that teeny tiny little yogurt container, and that just makes a mess for me.
No, it doesn't make it a mess. It contains the mess.
Really does not. No,
This is a mess. Thank you. But my goodness, I never lick my fingers this much.
Can you turn on the chat so I can see it too?
No.
Mean. You have no idea who's here. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. Happy Saturday. There, I'll get all the happy stuff and let him be.
All the happy stuff.
I'm all the happy. I do love it when Sam wears blue, though. That's great.
I'm going to kill the cat. You're going to witness a cat homicide today.
We're not.
Guaranteed.
We're not going to kill the cat. Daphne, if you're watching, we're not going to kill your cat.
Oh. If it's her cat, why didn't she take it?
You can't take it to college.
Oh, yes, you can.
You can't.
My goodness. One of these days,
No.
I will realize that the demon of Saturdays is alive and well in my computer system. One of these days. My goodness gracious. I'm sorry. Oh.
So who's here? Micah, Blake, Brian. Brian's coming to the game tonight, right?
Brian is coming to the game tonight, yes. When the live stream dies, smoke gets in your eyes. Well,
That's a song?
is that a song?
I don't know. I think smoke can hear smoke. I don't know. I don't do the memory things. I can do the happy things.
The title of the
Take your
stream-
coffee. Shh,
The
and we're all
title
good.
of the stream is Smoke is in the
It is.
air. Everywhere I look around.
Yeah, it's we're in. It's like 143 right now. 148, I think I saw. Better than yesterday. Still not good.
Super high. You know you live in Washington State when you have this.
When you have your Air
On
Now
your
Gov on your phone all the time. AirNow.gov app.
145 right now.
145
But
cents
it's
better.
expected to go over in 150.
Yeah. I actually heard it was supposed to be worse today than it was yesterday.
Well, that would track. You know, we don't mention this in passing. We know that there's a lot of people who are fleeing their homes. They are in the path of a huge fire that a couple days ago was 0% contained, and it had chewed up almost 7,000 acres.
There are multiple fires going right now, and we can only pray for the people that are in the fire path and for their families. And we really have nothing to complain about just because it's a little smoky.
Right, that is true.
I mean, yeah, it's smoky. Yeah, I can't take my preschoolers outside, which makes for really long days. But on the scale of things, that's not a big deal.
Blake has been a member for 22 months doing the Truffle Shuffle.
Thanks, Blake.
That's cool. Thanks, Blake. We appreciate you. Did the cats finally take revenge? Blake asks. No. We have opposable thumbs. The cats will not win. Yes. Can you hear us? No. Not unless I read what you said. I mean, technically, is reading hearing? No.
If I read it out loud?
Truth. And then you hear what you're reading.
Right.
Right. But can you just read something quietly and hear it? It's in your mind.
Do you not hear the words in your head out loud when you read?
No.
Really?
No. No. I heard nothing. But they got into my brain.
I hear them and I read them.
You're weird.
I mean, I can't read a word without saying poor streamer. Like if the word is poor streamer, I just picked one at random. I can't just go poor streamer. I hear poor streamer as I read it.
It is the poor streamer who blames his tools.
I get that, and I read all of that, but I'm saying I hear it like in my own voice, in my head.
See, here's the thing. I wasn't blaming my tools. I was blaming me for not getting down here earlier.
Okay, well, Sam doesn't love mornings.
I don't.
I came up and told him it was time to get up.
And I got up. Eventually.
It was like 20 minutes after I had told you.
You realize that 0.440325% of the population is the part of the population that pops up in the morning.
Look,
One
alarms.
like the alarm hits one note and you're
Dante too.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
He doesn't hit the floor going a million miles per hour like you do.
He just says he wakes up.
He just wakes up and then he's like dead to the world until he actually is awake.
No, I disagree.
You are a small percentage
Look,
of the population.
we had a game night last night.
You are weird.
I know I am weird. I am your weird.
That is true. Mukbang time.
No,
Not on-
I don't. I
not-
don't
not
love that at
intentionally,
all.
I'm
It
sorry.
just he was running a little late, so I brought his breakfast to him in a bowl, not in his yogurt thing, and then you know.
Wait, the cat is my programmer? No.
Yes.
That explains your software issues.
Our cat gets free room and board and food. That's his pay.
Yeah, never. And we have to put up with his constant.
He has the cutest meow.
No,
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
he has the most annoying.
No, he does not. He has the cutest. He like half purrs and then meows.
Hate it.
It's adorable.
It's so annoying.
Brian DeShazo is not a morning person either, he says.
I want to open fire every time I hear that cough. Oh, I hate that cough.
I mimic it pretty well, though.
It's like he's rolling his R's, and
Yes.
I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
Can you make that sound? Can you go?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But I don't because, again, I want to open fire every time I hear it. It is 23 in Tacoma. I am
Like, wait.
that's
Temperature?
No. That's AQI. It's got to be AQI.
Oh, I was like, there's no way it's that cold in
There's
Tacoma.
no way it's below freezing in September. Morning West
AQI.
Coasters, Philip says. Some people don't have a voice in their head.
I know, that's crazy. I don't understand how you can read without hearing it in your head. Like, you hear the words.
No, it's in your brain. That's what I said.
Yes,
the
I get
words
that.
are in your brain. Yes.
But they're not, like, you actually hear
it's
them.
not a voice. No.
Yes.
Hearing is
Yeah, no, I don't.
thing.
I mean, yes, I don't actually hear them. But the way my brain processes them is audible. Like, I can,
No, it's not audible.
but I can't.
It's not audible.
I know that.
Audible
I
means
know.
it's coming through here.
No, I get that. It's not actually doing, but it's the same as if you were. I hear it the same way in my head.
No,
You don't?
Your brain processes it.
Right. My brain processes it as audio.
No, it doesn't.
When I read a book,
When you hear a voice in your head,
no, I'm not hearing
isn't
voices.
audible.
I'm not hearing. I hear it in my own
It's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When someone hears a voice in your head, your brain is processing thoughts.
I get it. It's not audible, but I'm telling you, internally it still sounds audible.
I'm turning you into science.
Anybody else with me on this? Do you not hear the words when you read it?
They need to do some experiments on your brain, see what's going on up there.
It's a little empty.
No, it's not empty. I think there's a lot of crap going on up there. That's the problem. I hear my own voice when I read in head.
Yes, that's what I do.
I also hear other voices if I feel the need to give them an accent.
Okay, yeah, well, if you're reading a good book, you need a little accent. They will have an accent.
It's not that early enough to, though, remember... it's not that early, though. Remember when you used to do these at 6?
Only when we had an early morning football game.
Had to.
I would go out for 6 right now.
Mornings are not great. That is correct. Watch this morning your shark picture.
I love it so much. I want it on a shirt. I'm going to make a shirt out of it.
When I was little, I used to have 2 cats that were identical twins. You're doing it to piss me off now. So everybody knows, everybody can see. More like a passion I never pursued, Philip says, and regret it every day. So then do it. Don't regret it. Just do it.
I love it.
Might
I love
take baby steps at first, but do it, man. Blake says it's like how if I were to say apple, some people actually see the image of an apple, whereas some people don't.
Yeah, I'll see the word. I don't see the image, but I hear the word.
Sam knows exactly what buttons to push.
He can get me so fired up.
I ain't pushing no buttons.
Look.
I ain't dropping no eaves. Yes, I hear the words. As I understand it, the inner voice in your head slows your reading, and you need to train yourself to not hear an inner voice if you want to speed read.
I used to speed read.
What if I don't want to speed read? What if I want to enjoy it?
Yeah.
What if I want to...
I've
talked to speed readers that say that they do not catch everything that they speed read.
I can read very quickly, but I still hear the voice.
You actually miss things. You get the general gist of the idea of what's being put out there, but I've talked to, not a lot, but I've talked to a couple of speed readers that say that they don't catch everything. They miss some things, but they get most of it.
But I also don't like to listen to my audiobooks at like 2 times speed.
Ugh.
Or 3 times speed. A lot of people do that. No, people do that.
Why?
People do that all the time. They listen to it at least 1.5 times speed.
I don't listen to audiobooks anyway, but I don't understand that.
They listen to it at 1.5 or 2 times.
Just to save time?
I guess. Do you guys listen to books? Do you listen to them at regular speed?
Or maybe they're from the north and people just talk fast and they needed to go the regular.
People have even said when they rewatch our stream, they watch it at like 1.5 or 1 time.
That's to catch up.
I don't know. A lot of people process things faster than I do, I think.
I support Sam's technical definitions, but I totally understand what you mean, Jessie. I frequently hear my internal monologue as I would a voice.
I hear my monologue all the time, but this is like reading words. I want to
David,
make
that
sound
tracks.
again.
I read a page an hour. A page an hour? No way, Philip. There's no way you can take a long. I mean, it depends on how big the page is. If you had a really big page with a whole bunch of words, I swear, that's the small one.
That's the small one.
At least the small one's quiet.
Right. He doesn't meow at the door.
Well, he will. You don't have to speed read, Sam. You can just let those unread rule books keep piling up. I really can't. Speed reading rule books is even worse. I miss rules all the time, not speed reading. If I start speed reading rule books, I'm going to miss even more. Ugh.
Well, I could bring it up. You can hear it at 1.5 times on my books. Like, people listen to it faster. They just do.
Nope. Can't do it.
Look at his tail.
I can't do audiobooks because I would get too distracted with what I'm doing that I wouldn't be paying attention to the words.
DJ Fox is here, and they say they listen at 1.7 speed on Audible.
1.7. Audiobooks at regular speed, please, Brian says. I feel nauseous thinking about 2-speed listening.
Brian, your orange cat, our orange cat, the orange cat that you enjoy, that we sometimes like, is trying to climb under the door.
He's not trying. No, he's playing with a straw wrapper.
No, it's the Amazon Prime package. That we got
Oh, the
yesterday.
top of it.
Yeah.
And now he's lost it.
I'm going to have to get it for him.
This cat is mental. Literally mental. Oh, thanks, Mama. Jeez.
This is our life, y'all.
Weirdos.
Ludicrous speed. That's awesome. That was, stupid cat.
Nope, not doing it again.
Strider
See, now
won't
it's a
give it-
game. Now it's a game. And now he's flipping us off. Look at that. He's like, hey,
No,
you
he
guys.
wants his little toy. Oh, I
in
can't.
there. The cat's voice just changed.
I know. He got
I think
like
that voice actually fits him a little bit better. Because he's a bully. He's a bully. He will sit there and lay on the dog's couch and then stare at the dog. Like, come take your stuff. Hey, yo, dog. I got your bed. What you gonna do about it?
You think that's the cat's voice
That's the
now?
cat's voice. I got your bed, dog. What you gonna do? Oh, you want to take a drink of water? Oh, you're drinking water, huh? Get out of the way, dog. It's time for me to take a drink. I'm gonna eat your food too, by the way, so back off. That's him. That's him. I guarantee it. Yep. Max is the little princey princess. Oh my goodness. You human.
Cat is a New Yorker. He's literally.
Hi, Strider. You coming to say hi? Because that crazy.
So we had a
cat
game
started
night last
running
night
the door.
at Steamer's Rest.
They can't see you right there. So I don't want to be seen, Papa. I'm a ninja dog. I can't be seen.
That was a really fun
Oh,
night.
the coat is so nice and shiny and soft. We took him to Petco to get groomed, yes.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
A couple days ago. It's been like 4 days.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He doesn't-
Talk about game night.
he doesn't-
What did you play?
Let's go plaid. When I was in school, my teachers always had to tell me to read slower because I naturally read fast.
And then David said,
Cat
sounds
is
like
a
your
New
teacher
Yorker,
should be
yes.
fired.
Sounds like your teachers should be fired.
I read
David
fast
says.
also, so.
They were correct, but I didn't properly comprehend reading fast, so they did help.
I can read
That's
fast.
what I have to do. I had to slow down. He's such a good boy. Come here.
Yes.
Come over here, so people can see the puppers. Come here. Say hi. Hi, everybody.
They can't see it. Maybe they can.
Yeah,
There's
they
a little
can
bit.
see 'em. They can see a little bit. Move the cover. Come over here.
No.
Come here. Come on up. Oh, he's the big stretch. He's such a big boy.
What did you play last night?
We started off the night with Distant Suns.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to play that.
Distant Suns.
I got pulled away.
Well, a couple of things. I started teaching, and then I had to go pick up Aiden from his football practice. And then when I got back, she had already started teaching somebody else another game, and so she couldn't play 2 games at once. But Distant Suns is a game that I picked up in Moscow, Idaho, at Safari
Pearl.
So the Safari Pearl board game shop. And it's artwork by Vincent Dutrait. It is what I call a pick and write. Which means that, so basically on the board, everybody has their own little sheet that they're drawing, shading in quadrants of their board. Anyway, on the middle, there are basically, five, and then there's a sixth one that's always there. There's 5 shapes that you can pick to fill in on your board. But as the active player, you have to take a little template and place it out there, which basically chooses 2 of those shapes. One for you and one for everybody else. And so when you put it down there, the blue side is going to be the one that you pick, that you are picking, but you're going to choose the orange side. That shape everybody else has to put into theirs. And so what you're basically trying to do is you're trying to cover up some spaces on your board. You're trying to leave and surround. You're actually trying to surround the treasure places that are on your board. You're trying to reach out and go to these outlying worlds, and you're just trying to score the most points. It's actually a really neat game. As far as like roll and rights or blank and rights go, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more because there is that choice that you're making. Are you okay?
My eyes are itchy.
Okay.
It's very smoky.
The choice that you're making your choice, but you're also choosing what everybody else is going to do.
Right.
And I like that choice, that dichotomy of choice, kind of. So it's pretty cool. You know, it's got other mechanisms like, you know, the first person to get out to this planet gets the most points, but then everybody else gets a secondary amount of points, and it's just really neat. It's a fun game, and it's pretty quick too. It only lasts 3 rounds. Each round is only 4 to 5 turns or actions, and so of course you turn the camera on and he goes away.
I know. I was gonna try to get his little paw.
But it's
rude.
It was a fun game. It was a fun game. That was what we started off with. What about you?
I started off with Big Sur.
Big Sur.
Taught 2 of our friends Big Sur. And
Ken and Karen.
Ken and Karen. Mm-hmm. And Ken said, I don't think this is how highways should be built.
That's funny. David Bentley says, sorry I missed Steamers. I've got more punch boards for Jess and something for Sam. Oh,
Ooh.
We'll try again in October. Absolutely. Well, I mean...
Or this weekend.
If you want, we do have another one at our church. It's longer, and there's usually more people there. And it's definitely not as dark as Steamers West tends to be. Well, now we do because we're back
September,
into
October.
Yeah, it got pretty dark last night, but we'll bring in lights from now on. But no, we're doing one at our church on next Saturday, the 13th. So.
And I cooked dinner for everybody.
Yep, there's going to be dinner there. There's plenty of room. You could even bring your cat because, I mean, maybe not inside. Well, no, cats are usually pretty good.
You can't bring the cat inside. Pastor Josh hates cats.
No, he's not gonna. He doesn't do anything. There's no rule that you can't bring.
I mean, if it was in a carrier.
Sure.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of where I was going was. There's plenty of space outside as well. Don't have to have them inside all the time.
That's true.
But anyway,
what the weather is.
That's happening. You don't have to wait till October. You can come next week if you want. Let's see here. Ended up playing Gloomhaven last night. Gloomhaven Digital last night. And they only read the card halfway. I love to read English slow so that I pronounce words correctly in my head and finish.
Nice.
I read 50 pages an hour.
That's about what I read.
See, I don't even know how many pages I read an hour.
It
Probably
depends
like
on the
4.
book. 4?
I'm just kidding. Definitely want to try Gloomhaven at some point. Blake says, I hate the digital version. Philip says, the controls and navigation are not intuitive. It needs a ton of quality of life upgrades to like and recommend it, but it is cross-platform, so I play with a friend.
That's nice.
Rare that I can see him playing online, so we resort to playing the board version.
Rare that I can see him, so playing online is what we resort to. There's
Got
a
it,
comma.
yes.
So you've got to read with a comma.
I'll check with the wife, but not bring in the cat. That's probably a good idea. But it is something that you can. It's such that we start at 3, we leave at 9. You usually leave Steamers West at 9, so you leave earlier in the day. You get here at 3, you leave
Come hang
at
out.
9, and it's only a day. You don't have
And
to
we
stay
have
over.
dinner.
Yep. Great puzzly dungeon crawl. Do not agree, but to each their own. At my mom's church, they always have a live nativity scene for the Christmas play. One time, they even had a live camel. Be careful, they spit. I tend to read slower digital than I do with paper. Huh.
That's
Why is
interesting.
that?
I don't know about that. Let me think about that. Do I read slower digital?
Why is that? Why would that be?
I don't know. That's a
It's
really
harder for
interesting.
your
I think
eyes.
it's harder.
Harder on your eyes?
Maybe it seems a little harder to focus if I'm reading digital.
Maybe we can pick up another cat on the way for Sam. No. I'm regretting my decisions of the past. Don't.
You are not. He's a good kid. Our old one is the one that's getting spicy. And dumb.
No, he's not getting spicy. He's getting senile.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you going to Essen this year? No, I am not. Essen
Essen.
is in Germany, and that's an expensive trip just for airfare alone. That's not including all of the hotels or Airbnbs or whatever that you'd have to pay on top of that. I have talked to a couple of friends that were there. I talked to Alexander and Martina. I didn't talk to them. I traded
I know.
emails with them. And they're still doing their Fringe event on Saturday.
Oh, fun.
And they were looking forward to it. They've had a rough go recently with their health, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry to hear that.
But it was good to hear from them, and they were asking if I was going to come. I had to tell them no, but yeah. I'm not sure why I read slower than digital, but I always have. Slower on digital, but
It's an interesting question. I don't know. It's hard to tell because the pages aren't formatted exactly the same too. So it's not like there's the same amount of pages. It just scrolls or you flip, but the pages are different size. So how do you judge if you're reading slower or faster? I don't know.
yeah, this dude right here, this is my dude. This is my speed of a puppy. He just likes to be pet. He likes to be rubbed. He doesn't like to be snuggled.
He definitely doesn't like to be snuggled.
He just likes to be present. That is absolutely good. No mewing. No whining.
And he pretends he's a guard dog.
Yes. He does. He pretends he's a guard dog. He barks at the UPS guy. UPS guy's scary.
He is scary.
UPS guy's scary, mama. And the neighbors, when they're in their own yard, that scares me too.
And the squirrels.
Squirrels are my enemy, mama.
Squirrels scare me.
We play hide and seek all the time.
Yeah, I started with Big Sur. I played Coffee Rush.
Yep, that was a good.
That
one.
was fun.
We almost had to do Coffee Rush. The owner of the coffee shop put a post on her, well, on Steamer's page on Facebook that this is one of the games that you can play tonight. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're bringing.
I guess
Coffee
we're bringing
Rush.
that one.
Yeah, Harrison, maybe another time. That is true. I mean, I'm always. I used to live in Germany. I used to live in Bitburg, and we had a town. My dad was stationed at the air base, at the Air Force base there when it was an Air Force base. Now it's just a gaggle of buildings that I think are used by the city, but they've got a fence up around them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, used to live in a town called Kielburg, Kyllburg, and then that was before we moved on base. So Spangdahlem and Bitburg are the two bases that I frequented the most. And my daughter actually just came back from Ramstein, She was stationed in the Air Force over there with Air Mobility Command, but she's now a civilian once again. So, that's cool. I love Germany. That's where I was going with this.
Germany.
I love
Germany.
You love Germany at Christmas time.
Okay, well, who wouldn't love Germany at Christmas time? There is not a soul on this earth that would love Germany at Christmas time.
I don't know about that.
No, hands down. There's nobody.
I don't know. There's a lot of people on this earth. I'm thinking I could find one.
I don't know. That would be
time.
that would be a real challenge.
I don't think so.
I love Germany at Christmas time. I love Germany.
Would be a very long line, but it wouldn't be hard.
I visited there often when I lived in Czech Republic. That was my go-to visiting spot, and I love Germany.
Yep, it's good. It is hot in here.
You're hot in here.
No, I'm not. Can you go turn that knob right there?
Yeah,
it won't matter because it's going to remain. People that don't celebrate Christmas probably wouldn't.
I don't even think you need to celebrate Christmas. It's the lights and the snowy and the wood and the food and the people on the streets and the vendors and the smell. Oh, come on. Nope. Nope. It's amazing.
Andrew Gunner is here. What's up, Andrew? Good for her, carrying the family torch by serving. Well, actually, I
got 2 served.
Honestly, I didn't serve, so I dropped that torch. My dad did. Both of my grandfathers did. I dropped it, but
2 of your 4 kids have picked it up.
2 of my kids so far have served. 1 in the Army, 1 in the Air Force, and we'll see what Aiden does, but we'll see.
Or Dante.
Or Dante.
I don't think Daphne. I don't think Daphne's going down that path. But Dante he's smart.
No,
he could be an Air Force smarty pants.
Yep. Well, I mean, all of the branches have their own smarty pants.
They all do. They all do. There's a lot of smart people out there. I'm not one of them.
I want to go to Thailand someday. Been there, done that.
A long time ago in my life, before I went to Europe to teach, I thought, well, I'll go to Thailand and teach. I was like, nope, I'll go to Europe and teach.
I rode an elephant.
Elephant. I have not.
In Thailand. My dad served, and so did my grandmother. What did your grandmother do? I'm curious. Genuinely curious. What did your grandmother do? Because usually people say their grandfathers do, and it's more rare that grandmothers serve. But I know that they did. I'm curious as to what she did.
Blake is still young. His grandmother could be.
I know.
Our age.
I know. I'm still curious. She was a nurse. Okay. We've got... All
right, let's talk about today. It's crazy. Oh, we played Meerkat Kingdoms this week.
We did. Meerkat Kingdoms, that's a fun game.
I played Coffee Rush, and I played Big Sur, and we played another game this week. What did we play?
I taught people how to play Grand Central Skybolt.
Yeah, you did.
A new one from 25th Century. My copy came in from the Kickstarter, so that was a good refresher. I had played the game before because we got the prototype in, and we played it. We played a lot then.
Yeah.
We taught it to other people. Took it to conventions. Taught Tom and Maribeth how to play at Dice Tower East last year. But I had to kind of refresh myself, and it kept coming back as we get through the rules. But I forgot how much I really enjoy that game. It's really actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
My grandmother is not your age. My dad is 60.
Okay, so we're your dad's age.
See, you think you're so old.
100 million.
So we did that. I was about to teach a game of Odin, and everybody crapped out. It was only a 15-minute game.
I was ready to go, but you could see
Doug was tired.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were tired.
Yeah, Doug and Emily drive down from Omak, and they had
It's
a
a long
2-hour
drive, and we're
And,
grateful they
it's,
come.
and it's not an exciting drive. It's like at night, you're looking at blackness.
You're just looking
except
for
your
deer
headlights.
and deer
Yeah.
and deer.
So it's not an exciting drive at all. So I understand what 15 minutes could have made all the difference. So no worries. I'm not worried about it. But I want to try Odin because it's a small little game. Only takes 15 minutes. Goes up to 6 people.
Nice.
And it's just like a little ladder climbing card shedding game.
Let's
You're trying
do
to
it
get rid of
today.
all of
We
your
got
cards.
the boys.
Blake says, I'm 17 years younger than my oldest brother, and my mom is 29 years older than her youngest sister.
Ooh, that's a big gap.
30, almost 30
That's like-
years. Like,
Ew.
that
That's like you having a baby. Not even. It's like in 4 years you having a baby.
4 years? No.
How old is Michael? 25.
Yeah.
Right. So
I
in
was thinking
4
I was on 30. I was on 30.
So in 4 years you having a newborn. Bleh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's not
Sorry,
happening.
y'all.
That's not happening unless the Lord says so.
Micah
that ain't
says,
happening.
has anybody played Inferno?
Inferno. Nope, I have not. I think I want to say JT. That's on his list. I think that may have been one of the ones that he backed. But I can't remember for sure. I remember him talking about it and saying how cool he thought it was, but I don't think so. Philip asks, when you host a game event, do you teach a game and not play, only to teach another game and not play?
It depends on the night.
It can be that way. I will readily, and she will too, we will readily not play if that means somebody else is not going to be sitting off by themselves.
Yeah, I don't want to leave somebody sitting. So if it means I teach a game and then walk away, or teach a game and sit at the table with them and interact and play kind of verbally
Yeah.
people, I'm happy to do that. I don't like to leave people out. So if there's like 5 people, I will step out.
Yeah. Yep, same here. I'll sit there and officiate the game.
Yeah.
If I need to. And that also gives me the opportunity that if somebody else walks in while that game's going on, that I can step away. And I'll usually say something to the effect of, look, just holler if you need anything. If you have a question or something like that, I'll help out. As I go and teach that other game.
Right.
Whatever. So we usually try to keep it to where we don't have to play, but we also like divide and conquer as well. So if I can take 2 people and teach this game at 3 players, and she takes 2 or 3 people and teaches that at 3 or 4 players, then we like to do it that way as well.
He's a much better teacher than I am.
Speaking of age, did you see Tom Vazel's Can't Take It With You video on Dice Tower? I did see that. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've talked about it before. And he's always been a proponent of one game in, one game out.
Right.
Where you kind of regulate and moderate your collection. So he's always the fact that he posted that video doesn't surprise me. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll probably watch it later. My mom is the oldest of 5, and 2 of our aunts are younger than my oldest brother.
Jeez Louise.
What will you be teaching Ashley and I at Dice Tower West to 2026?
Anything you want.
I don't know yet. Depends.
What would I want to play with Andrew and Ashley? Something fun. Not something too thinky.
Votes for Women.
No.
It's a real game.
I can see it.
It's from Fort Circle. It's a historical game.
And
It's about women's suffrage.
I know exactly
You guys
what it's
suffer
about.
a lot. You know that.
We're married to men.
I know. And according to a local, not a local, but a comedian that I watched, you guys keep us around just because you like to laugh.
I mean,
And you
do make
live
me
longer
laugh.
because you laugh more than
See?
we do.
This is a nice thing.
Yeah, but see, you need us because you need
We
us
do
to laugh.
need you. We do
Actually,
need
you
you.
don't.
We do need you.
What?
And yes, Sam makes me laugh all the time. That's why my life is so good. What would I want to play? What did we play last?
Oh boy.
I think you guys would like Coffee Rush. That one would be fun.
Yeah. That
I would teach that one to you.
Ooh,
Ooh, that was a.
David.
Ooh,
David's a little
David got a
salty
little dark
about something.
there.
Fort Circle's backers also suffer. Well, remember they are a minute company. All right, take it easy on them. Tom Vasil dissed you the other day for your review style, and your reviews are not giving games a score on not giving games a score of 10.
Oh, I saw there was this. You did a thing on. You need to have a scale of 1 to 10. I saw that.
Oh, when he talked about how he reviews games.
I don't know. It was something
Yeah.
about you need to have a scale of 1 to 10. You can't have them not. I don't think he actually dissed you, did he?
I don't know. He probably did, but it wasn't personal.
Like, no. He's a good guy.
Sam did once tell Tom he rates games too high. I do. I don't think. See, to me, a 10 implies perfection. And I don't think there is any such thing as perfection.
Right.
You can get very close, which is why I've rated games a 9, even a 9.5. But a 10 means that this is a perfect game. But here's the thing. If I think it's perfect and you play it and you say, this game is crap, does that make you wrong and me right? Or does that make you right and me wrong? Neither.
Right.
It means that I like the game and you don't. It doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. See, it's a I wouldn't say it's a fundamental difference, but reviews are opinions. And you've probably heard the saying about opinions. They're like buttholes. Everybody has one. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Sure.
There are those that believe that reviews can also be objective. Like somebody can say this game is objectively a bad game. Okay. But that doesn't mean somebody out there isn't going to find it fun. So, yeah. Dissed is harsh. More like mentioned he doesn't like giving 10s.
That's true. He doesn't.
I don't like giving 10s. You're right. I hope that's what he said. I hope he said that I don't like giving 10s, but then he made the point that you must sometimes give a 10. Whatever. Ask Tom how many times he's given a 10. It's minuscule. Okay? It's minuscule. Matter of fact, I can only think of one.
What is it?
I don't remember, but I remember thinking, really? You gave that game a 10? That's what I remember thinking. I can't even remember what it was. The game was so forgettable. And he gave it a 10, and I was like, what? I even talked to him about the last retreat last year. I was like, dude, you gave that a 10? He was like, yeah, I love it. And I was like, okay. But it's just, but that therein lies the difference, right? Just because you think it's a 10 doesn't make it a 10. Just because I think it's a 7 or an 8 or a 5 or a 1 doesn't mean that it's like that for everybody. It's
It's just
it's
your
subjective. We got volunteer badges this year, so we only have to pay for the hotel now. Awesome. I don't rate games based on numbers because it's too arbitrary for me. I agree, no 10s, Jeff says. Thank you, Jeff. If no 10, then it's a scale of 9. Then there would be no 9s, and so on and so forth. But see, that's the thing, Philip. No, that's a slippery slope. That's fallacy. You can't say that. If I give a game an 8 out of 10, it's not saying that, and I really, really liked the game. It doesn't mean that the 8 is the highest. It means that it's not perfection. I found some other things that I didn't like about it, but I still really enjoy it, so it's an 8. Giving something a 9 or a 9.5 doesn't throw away a 10-point rating system.
Right. He was trying to say, if you don't believe in giving 10s, I think that's what he was trying to say.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Just because I don't think any game is going to be perfect, so I'm not going to give it a 10, it doesn't throw out 10s.
Right.
You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater at that point. Like, almost literally. So, you can include objective facts in a review, but good or bad are subjective. Well, yeah. You can say that this mechanism is wonky or whatever. It's clutchy or it's clunky or whatever adjective you want to throw in there. And that can be possibly an objective truth. But because you don't like how it flows doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't like how it flows. I get that there are good and bad, and again, we use those arbitrary words. There are good and bad mechanisms because gameology is a thing. It really is. And I get it. But when I'm doing a review, I'm thinking more about how fun or not fun was it.
True.
It's and that can be and is rather really subjective because one person loves doing Excel spreadsheets and will spend 8 hours a day and think that they have the best job in the world.
Right.
I would
be
wanting to tear my, and some people teach preschool, and if other people taught preschool, they'd be in prison because I can't stand them kids. Now, if I just pop in and they're all, oh, hi, oh, hi. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's fun. I can do that for like 5 minutes. But after they get by, Miss Jessie, so-and-so looked at me wrong. Anyway, people find different things to be fun. I get that. But that's one of the reasons why I guess I really hold strong to the belief that reviews are simply subjective. They are my opinion on a game,
right.
And I can be wrong or I can be right. It depends on if you agree or disagree.
Micah's comment is exactly that. I'll take reviews as opinions. I don't care numbers. I just want to hear what people thought about them and try games myself and have my own opinion.
There you go.
That's why we like you.
My phone doesn't want to work with me today.
I understand that.
It worked fine. Didn't Tom rate the children's programming turtle game a 10 because of his daughter? Maybe. I don't know. Z doesn't typically state numbers in his reviews because he thinks what he says is more valuable than the number. Okay. BGG won't let me give a 0, so why do they allow 10s? Ooh.
That's a good question.
Wouldn't not rating it be the same as a 0? No, because it doesn't weigh upon the algorithm used for its rating that they publicize on the game's page. If you give a 0, it would be an 11-point scale.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, because there's like 10 numbers. Yes. Mm-hmm. So 1 is the lowest you can give.
Tom also made the point that any less than 5 is arbitrary. They are all trash at that point.
Oof.
I don't agree with that. Because, again, okay, if he... that's almost contradictory. Almost contradictory. Because if 5 is trash and everything below it is trash, then now you have a 5-point scale. You don't have a 10-point scale anymore, which is exactly what he was saying. But this is actually kind of true. Because if he's saying that a game at the point of 5 is trash, he's not using a 10-point system anymore.
It's all arbitrary. I mean, the whole thing.
I know. It's just philosophical. I know that. But that's just an interesting thing to say after you just said you must use a 10-point system.
I didn't think we heard the whole thing.
I didn't hear
so
the thing. Now I have to go back and
that.
watch it. But I didn't hear the whole thing. But if that's what he said, that you need to use a 10-point system going all the way up to 10, and then he turns around and says a 5 and below is all the same. It's trash. That's not a 10-point system, literally. But whatever.
And Ryan's here.
Greetings
Hi,
from
Ryan.
Alaska. I'm not listening to this live at lunch I'm not listening to this live at lunch for time for once. Cool.
It's not lunchtime up there. It's still morning.
You also then get into, say you have 10 games, you rate an 8. Does that mean you like them all the same? Because if it did, then you couldn't have a top 100 since you would have overlap. Truth. Then if no zeros, I should be able to leave a poop emoji. Okay.
Well, there's
Technically, Dice Tower is a 20-point system, all of the half points. Sure. Maybe that's where he comes up with, you must use a 10-point system because
I don't think we've seen it, so we
6,
can't.
6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10. I think that's 10 points. No, then you'd have to have a 10.5, though, wouldn't you?
No.
Which is better than
no,
perfection.
You don't.
Rating systems should use time series databases, so ratings can be tracked over time.
David, you make my brain hurt.
I think that does actually happen. I think that's what Board Game Geek uses, because you can go back in and change your rating, which would affect the rating in some way, shape, or form. So it does track over time, I think. I'm not absolutely sure, and I haven't had that discussion with anybody.
When did Board Game Geek come out? Was it in the .com tech era?
Well, I don't know. I don't know when they began.
I was just curious because this sounds so much like a startup company. You know, like, hey, we could make a rating system for board games. Hey, we can make a new search and find, voice activated.
New search and find, eh?
Yes. Hey, we could make a. I worked for a couple of these companies, so that's why I say it. We could make. This was one of the companies I worked for. This is before social media was a thing around, and they wanted to make online communities for specific groups of people where they could barter and they could trade and they could get things, they could get information, and we made social media groups for specific industries and companies and fields, and that was like our whole thing. So I was just thinking, it sounds like a .com era thing. Like, hey, you know what we should do? We should make like a rating system for board games, and people can go in and like track their own games. And so I was just wondering if it was like 1995.
Looks like 2006 was the first
That's much later than I thought.
time that Aldi posted "Welcome to Board Game Geek." That and I don't know that that's an actual FAQ, maybe.
I was just curious. It seems like a mid-90s .com era thing. So BGG.com. I worked in that era.
Report. I was looking. I was hoping they had something
Right.
on here
Founded
that had a
in
history.
blah 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 by.
This is all just like how to actually.
Brian agrees with David, saying could be useful for eliminating recency biases.
Well, yeah, okay, I see what he's talking about now. So a new review, a new rating of it holds less sway over the actual rating than a rating of 8 from 20 years ago. Like, but that would require its users probably to update it on a, I don't know, that kind of hurts my head as well.
I don't know, all of this hurts my head. Y'all are talking above
Agree with
me
David
today.
on the series databases could be useful for eliminating recency bias. You see how a game's rating has changed over time. Can we talk about weights for a moment? What makes a game a 5? Why is there only like 10 games about a 4?
All I know is that anything over a certain one makes my brain kind of.
So with a 10-point system, should we be allowed to leave a 0.1 rating? Wow, I don't know. 5 to me is mid, and it's not good, but it's bad, it's mid, hence why it's the middle. Okay, well, yeah, okay. That's, I think, going back to the whole a 5 is trash and anything below it is trash. I am that way as well. I gave a 6 to Keepers.
Right.
The other day. I gave a 6 to Keepers. And it wasn't because I disliked it. A matter of fact, I think the photography in that game is
so
amazing.
beautiful. So
well
beautiful.
done. It's just that there are other games out there that do it much better than it did it.
Yeah.
It did it.
Yeah.
But if you're a photography person, and the fact that you can QR code the pictures and go see what filters he used and what kind of light he used and all that other kind of stuff. That's a really neat game.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. 5 and 6, 4, 5, and 6, that's middle of the road. But at the same time, if you look at it as a percentage,
what's going on?
Like in school,
Right.
below 60% is failing. You've failed. And I don't think we should go to that extreme. But it's an okay game at that point. It's a middle of the road. It's like, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. No, Jeff, no 0.1. No, you can't. Yeah, they have a little button you can push.
1.
It's 1. Well, no, I don't think it's a button. It's
Right.
It's a drop-down menu, and you choose what you want it to do. Some reviewers I watch consider anything below a 7 to be trash, which is definitely wrong.
Jeez Louise.
Again, there's okay. Part of the problem, I think, is also that many reviewers play a lot of games, which is a strong suit. But the problem lies in the more games you play, it's like drinking from the fire hose. At some point, this is just water rushing into my mouth. It stops being water at some point.
Right.
If you're not careful. If you're not careful, it becomes just a thing. It's not a game anymore. It's a thing to be scrutinized. And I think that's a dangerous path to be in.
No, I understand. David's saying anything less than a 7 is getting culled unless it has sentimental value or if it's for a specific case. Doesn't mean you don't like the game.
No. Okay, yeah, understood. But
Right,
here's the thing. What you're saying at that point is that you're trying to curate your collection. That's not saying that anything below a 7 is crap.
Right.
That's just meaning that I want a collection of 7s and higher.
Yeah.
In my opinion, which is also subjective. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yes and amen, you do you. That's not what I'm... But if reviewers start saying that anything below a 7 is crap, that's trouble.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to start to see a decline in the industry.
Right. Well, David also says, maybe I'm an easy grader with limited space.
Or maybe I'm an easy grader with limited space. Yeah,
That's valid.
that could be. Also, when does a rate what? When
When
you
you
do
do
a
a
rating,
rating.
do you take into consideration other games that might do it better, or do you rate the game on its own because it is two separate things?
I say you have to rate it on its own.
Okay, yes, if there aren't other games that do
Right. Like
almost
Keepers,
the
for
same
example.
thing, like
Yeah.
Keepers.
There are
Like,
other
for
games that do
example,
better.
there are a ton of games out there that have
yep.
a judge,
Yep.
and you have to judge between all of these
Yep,
other things
totally.
that everybody else puts in from
Everybody,
their hand.
yep.
There's so many games out there, so you kind of you don't need to own all of those games. So
Right.
rating Keepers on its own does the community a little bit of a disservice. Because if I give Keepers an 8 or a 7, they might think that, and I give,
Apples to apples.
Apples to Apples a 5, then they might say, oh, Keepers is much better than Apples to Apples. But it really isn't from a game perspective. It does pretty much the same thing. Now, if you're a photographer or you have an interest in, if it's your hobby or what have you, then yeah, you might like Keepers better than Apples to Apples because you're having all of this beautiful photography that you're doing, and you're basically doing the same thing. So there's merit to both. Sometimes you have to compare and contrast, and other times you have to give a rating based on just the merits of the game itself. That makes sense. A 5 for Apples to Apples is generous. Well, again,
You don't
I don't know. No, I'm not saying. Maybe for you.
The thunder paws upstairs.
I mean, for you, yeah, David, sure. But for Joe Willie McConaughey that doesn't play games very often, and he goes to his family reunion and somebody brings out Apples to Apples and he had a great time playing it, he might give it an 8 because he really enjoyed that game.
Right.
So reviews are subjective. They're not objective. It really depends upon the opinions of the person you're giving, which is why I think it's important that people find reviewers that they agree with.
Well, not agree.
No, agree. They say, yes, I agree with him because I played that game and I agree with everything he just said. Oh, I played that game. I don't like it either. And I agree with everything he says. When you find a reviewer that you agree with, their word... What?
I don't know.
Their word, if you find a reviewer that you agree with, their word will help you find games that you will like.
Right. I agree with that. I just
And
don't
stay away from games that you don't like.
Right.
It's very important, I think, to find reviewers that you agree with. Or find reviewers that you absolutely don't agree with. But it has the same thing. Because if they like something, that means I'm going to like it. Mm-hmm. If they don't like something, that means I'm probably, or if they, if they like it, I'm not going to like it. If they don't like it, I might like it.
Right.
I do that with movie reviewers all the time. Oh, this got a whatever out of 10 from Siskel and Ebert. I'm going to go watch that game. I'm going to go watch that movie because I think I'll probably enjoy it because they didn't like it.
So we have somebody logging in that I don't know.
Plexifile. I don't know about that.
Plexifile.
Games are like any other media. It doesn't matter what quality it is. What matters is
That's
if you like it.
exactly what we're trying to say.
Okay, it is. That is exactly what, and that's what we try to shoot for. I may not like a game, and I will say I don't like a game because of this, and this, and this.
That doesn't mean you won't like it.
Doesn't mean you won't like it. And so what I try to do is I try to think outside of that box of what I don't like, and I try to see, okay, I liked this, I liked this, I liked this, and I liked this. I did not like this, this, and this. But if you like this and this and this, then this is something you should try. You know, the pros and cons thing. That's my
how we
my
live
way
life.
I review games. If it has this many pros and this many cons, then it's going to get this kind of rating. But I'm going to endeavor to say, if you like this game, or if you like this mechanism, and if you like what this game did with this mechanism, then you'll like this game. I try to do that because I think that's more useful than just saying why I liked it and why I didn't like it and giving it a number.
This was a fiery conversation this morning, people.
It's not. It's a good conversation. Does your experience playing the game affect your rating, or do you rate solely based off of the game?
Oh,
No, my experience.
You have to have experience.
My
on it. That's
experience affects my rating. Yes.
Absolutely.
Because it's my rating at the end of the day.
Right. And if it's a game that I've been slaughtered at 26 times, I probably am not getting some mechanism right. And I'm probably not understanding something. So therefore, I probably don't like it as much.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of games that I get slaughtered at regularly. I lose at games on a regular basis.
We're not going down that path again.
Oh, we are. Because, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about JT. I play JT, and
he beats us
he
every
willfully and regularly shellacks me at games.
Yes,
He's a much better game player than I am. He can see things that I can't see. He sees mechanisms and how they flow together. But a lot of the games that I love playing are the games that I've played with him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I enjoy the experience. It doesn't mean that I'm good at it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite games, Blood Rage.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to do better than somebody that's playing it for the first time. But if I'm playing it, that somebody's on the same level, I'm probably going to lose. Doesn't mean that I don't like the game.
Right, but you love it.
I love it. We all have things that we know are objectively bad, and we know that when we know that, yet we still like it. That's true. It's how things fit together, and it's your experience of the game. Now, sometimes your experience with the game, what?
I'm ready for Christmas movies. I was thinking of objectively bad, and I was like, ooh, we should watch Violent Night.
So, you just broke my concentration. Thanks. Let me read. Objectively bad.
Objectively bad, and you know it.
I still can't find it. Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'm happy to help.
I think that would be hard since how much fun a game is includes a lot of factors not related to the game, like the people playing and their mood. That's where I was going. Thank you, David. Often experience is heavily weighed against who you were playing the game with as much as what you were doing in the game. And sometimes it can be heavily more so dependent upon the people playing the game. For example, Shadows over Camelot. For me, this is a highly thematic cooperative board game. But what you're doing in the game is not thematic at all. You're literally taking poker hands and playing them to different areas in order to accomplish those tasks. Zero thematic connection at all. But because of how the people I've played it with in the past have dove into the theme, quoting Monty Python,
and having a
whatever, just having a good time. It's one of the most thematic games ever. It's like it provides a impetus for diving into that theme that's not connected to the mechanisms at all.
Right. It's Al Hernandez's birthday.
Al Hernandez, happy birthday! What? Who wants to play Retaliation or Sacrifice 1920?
Scarface?
Oh yeah, Scarface. Why did I say Sacrifice?
I don't know, but it definitely says Scarface.
I put Retaliation and Sacrifice together. I probably have dyslexia. Lisdexia.
Don't say that. That confuses me.
Do you ever put off doing a review because you're having a bad day? No. Because usually focusing on a review allows me to put the bad stuff at bay because it gives me something to focus on that is not the things that are going bad that day. Now, you're probably leaning towards, do I stay away from something if I'm in a bad mood? Yeah, I could do that because I might be more harsh than I should be. And it has nothing to do with the game. It has everything to do with my mood that day and nothing with whether I liked the game or not. So I can see doing that. I don't recall ever having done that, but there have been days where I've been so busy that I didn't feel like I would be able to give the review enough focus. So yeah, there have been those days, but they're few and far between.
Blake asks a nice question. Ever? Well, you just retracted it, Blake. Now I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it.
No, put it back, Blake. That's a good question, David. I know if it were me, I definitely would because we all know how much mood affects things. Truth.
I'm spicy. And when I get spicy, I don't like to play.
Song. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Stop, you'll get.
Happy birthday.
My parents always sang me a different version. My dad made up his own birthday song, or my grandpa made up his own.
Happy birthday to you. See, I sang the song, but I didn't sing it in the right melody.
My dad had his own. I think it was my grandfather's birthday song.
Who?
My grandfather.
Cares?
I'm gonna walk out. You're done. You're on your own.
Hey, take it easy, lady.
You're on your own.
Got her.
Fine.
Got him.
I don't even like you. Mean.
Have you ever redone a review because you thought you were too harsh and not fair enough? No.
I like that question because it was
Tom. Tom has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tom, but he redid a review that I did because it pissed off the publisher so much because I hated the game. I thought I was.
And this is when you were in a different point in your life, so you could be more.
When I was with the Dice Tower, I was in a different point in my life. But here's the thing, I game.
Right.
I hated it. I did not like it. Didn't like anything about it.
So he redid a review.
So he redid a review of it. I think it's one of the only times that he's ever redone a review because the publisher asked him to do it. Mm-hmm. Usually he's like, nope. It's their opinion. It's their thing.
Right.
But here's the thing. It's a kind of game that wasn't down my alley. And I liked, I'll just say it was Hero Realms. No, not Hero Realms. It was Epic. I think Epic was the game. It was by Wise Wizard Games, I think is what they call themselves now. I was just on Board Game Geek. Why didn't I just use that? I think it was called Epic. Yep. Epic card game. Gave it a 2. And here's the thing. It's a 6.4.
Oh, it's a hard game.
No, it's 6.4 rating. It's a 6.4 rating. It's only a 2.5. It's not a hard game, but it's a card game that's based heavily on. I mean, it's Robert Doherty and not Darwin Castle. Darwin Castle didn't do this one, but anyway, they are just not my kind of game. Just was not my kind of game. It had a glossary of words that you had to learn. I didn't want to do that. Didn't enjoy the gameplay. Artwork's good. It just wasn't my kind of game, and I really laid into it.
Well, but okay, let's just.
And honestly, retrospectively, I should not have.
Right.
I should have passed this on and gave it to somebody else.
Right, but even if you listen to, not who you were then versus who you are now, but what you just said, the artwork was really good. You didn't say that in the review. But now you tend to focus on,
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Positives, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But no, I probably would have rated this a lot differently now than I did back then. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to go back and do the review.
Right. No. But I liked Blake's question. Have you ever maybe thought, oh, okay, maybe I should have
Now, if I make a mistake
Yes.
in the rules, or I
Yes.
play it wrong, and that has a bad effect,
Yes.
yes, I will go back.
That's the answer to the question.
I will go back.
And go, okay, I'm trying this
Because-
again.
yeah,
because I
because
misunderstood
I did
this and
something
this.
wrong.
Yeah, totally.
And I gave it a bad review based on how much I disliked what I did wrong.
Right, right. And now that I'm doing it right, oh yeah, that makes sense. See, that was a good answer.
I retracted it because I didn't word it properly the first time. Got it. I was going to say Hero Realms. No, it wasn't Hero Realms. You used to talk about how much you love that game. Okay, well, here's the thing. I really enjoy Star Realms. And Star Realms and Hero Realms are basically the same game with a fantasy theme and a sci-fi theme. That's all that is.
Okay.
Epic. So when Epic came out, I was like, yes, give me this game. I want to play this game because it's from the same company.
Right. It's from
Same designers. I'm like, I'm down. I'm in for this. And it was completely not the same kind of game as Star Realms and Hero Realms were. Well, Hero Realms I don't think was out at that point. I think Star Realms came out, then Epic came out, and then I think they did. I might have the timeline messed up. Go get him, Strider.
Do you need to go break up the fight?
No, he's fine. He's fine. Don't. But I really enjoyed
Sorry, that
Star
was really
Realms.
loud.
Really, yeah, it was super. But really enjoyed Star Realms. So when Epic came out, I really wanted to play it, and then I really didn't like Epic, and that disappointment. I leaned into that disappointment,
Right,
and I
right.
shouldn't have. I should have, instead of, as we talked about earlier,
Right.
I should have judged the game more based upon its own merits rather than how much I liked Star Realms and how much I was disappointed in Epic Games. So it was a definite misstep in my opinion, as a review of my own actions. So yeah.
Victoria's here. Can't
What's
stay.
up, Victoria?
Just saying hi.
Hello, good to see you.
Sorry about the mom voice.
Yep, mom
Sorry.
voice came out. That's right.
One of the cats was attacking the other one, and one was making an owie sound.
No, one was making the "I'm about to kick your butt,
Ow.
get off of me."
Ow.
No, that was a. I heard it.
Yeah, that's why I said.
That was like, things are about to get real if you don't leave me be, little orange cat. We all know who instigated that. If a new rulebook comes out, then that probably means the first set of rules suck, but a new rulebook is different from a second edition. That is correct. What if, I see. What if a new rulebook second edition comes out?
Would that affect the game enough to make a different review?
Okay, so giving things a second chance, we'll go back to what Blake said there, is different than giving it a second review, because at the point of doing a review, you should have already given it second, third, and fourth chances. Maybe. Depends on the kind of game, depends on how difficult the game is. The more difficult the game, the more you need to play it in order to feel it out, in my opinion. The easier the game, you can probably grasp everything in that first play, and you just want a couple more plays after that to solidify how you already feel about it. But if you play a hard game 2 to 3 times, you may have only scratched the surface.
Right.
And at that point, you're giving a review based on a surface sample, not a deep dive. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm also not of the opinion that you have to play a game 10, 20 times before to review it. Because, especially with people like Tom, who have played an untold number of games, they are usually much better at forming a valid opinion on something after just a few plays.
Right, right.
Because they have so much to compare it to. All right, so it's muddy water at best. There's no clear, correct way to do a review, in my opinion. So thanks for chatting. Off to play Suburbia with Ashley. Have a blessed weekend. See you later, Andrew. Take care, buddy.
We gotta end out.
This is why game reviews are different than movie reviews, because most of the time you've played the game multiple times, whereas most people review movies after one time, which I don't agree with. Jessie referees a kiddie boxing match. Never know what you'll get on the Q&A. Also, calm down, small orange cat. Correct. Exactly.
That's exactly it. All of that, Brian, is truth. You don't know what we're going to get. You might get Spicy Sam. You might get Spicy Jessie.
I have not been spicy.
I said you go get Spicy Jessie.
Oh, you do get Spicy Jessie most of the time. Anyway, yeah, we do got to get going.
We
It
appreciate
is
you all.
10:30. We usually keep these to about an hour and a half. So there you have it. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend. If you're in Washington State, stay indoors unless you're on the other side of the mountains where there's apparently no smoke.
Right, 23 AQI in Tacoma.
But if you're in the middle to eastern part of the state, stay indoors, and don't smoke a pack, because that's pretty much what you're doing when you go outside right now.
It's really bad.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We will see you guys and gals on the flip side. Tuesday morning, we will be back with It Belongs in a Museum. So we'll see you then.
Bye.
Boom, boom, boom.